it's a fairly unknown national park, and certainly one of the smallest. After the rain this year, camping in February is the greenest we've seen all year. Heading to the Pinnacles National Park for some hiking.
Very excited. I went here, I think when I was around 10. My aunt took me there, and I just remember big rocks and hiking, but no, not much more than that. You're not too interested when you're 10. But now, flash forward, what a beautiful place.
But before you get there, driving through this valley has always been exciting to me because it's a different part of California. When you think of the Bay Area, you're full of people and congestion, and then all of a sudden you take this dirt road and you're going down this valley where it's quiet and quaint. It's a transition from the busy life to the slow camping life.
An hour out of San Jose, if that.
Yeah, it's an easy drive from both Los Angeles or San Francisco.
I love the green farmlands. You just don't expect it out in an area that's generally just brown. It's right outside of Hollister. Well, it is magnificent. The drive-in is beautiful, and, well, just wait till we get to the hike.
Yeah, I've driven by this exit a million times going down Highway 101, and it didn't register that there's a national park here, because when you first see it, it's not like going to Yosemite or Yellowstone where you see giant mountains and just breathtaking things. It just looks kind of like regular California, and you're going, well, I'm not sure I see what the big deal is here.
Very unassuming.
Yeah.
So here we go. Driving in.
Now the park has two entrances, one on the west side and one on the east. Today we're on the east side.
They don't have a
The campground was definitely very nice. You know, they're fairly close together, but it was still pretty nice. You know, you have your whole RV park section there you see when you're coming in, and that's typical. Everybody's kind of crammed in there, but we always take tent camping areas, which are, I don't know, they're just a little quieter. People are a little bit more outdoorsy, and there's less televisions, generators, and modern conveniences, which really disrupts the whole peaceful purpose of even being there for me.
Me too. I agree. So here's our spot.
The campground offers tent and group camping along with RV sites. Water is located throughout the campground. Oak trees provide shade at many campsites. There's coin-operated showers, a dump station, a swimming pool is typically open from mid-April through the end of September, depending on the weather.
Here we are. Looking forward to our hike coming up. 2 hikes.
Yeah. Well, we got there, we kind of chilled the first day and just made a fire, checked out our neighbors.
Little fun hike to the Pinnacles. One more time before we do our big adventures this summer. Big ones.
Just kind of relax a little bit, getting ready for a full day of hiking.
Oh, always that wonderful fire. Thank you, honey, for the fire.
Thank you for the dinner. I always enjoy Cheryl's cooking on these trips. She never shortchanges the food.
Ooh.
We're wondering what the weather's going to be the next day.
Yeah.
Knock that whole thing over.
Yeah, or burn yourself because you push too hard. You got to just push and then let it burp. Push and then let it burp. Otherwise, yeah, you'll fry yourself.
I'm sure I couldn't do that.
You could do that. when you learn how to, if you want to learn how to do it.
Now,
Come
Cheryl's
here.
giving me a lesson on her
You have to push
coffee
down real
making
straight
technique,
down.
which she's certain I can't do.
Oh, if you want it bad enough, I'm sure you could. Oh, shoot.
She definitely has a process here, and I love every bit of it. It's like having Starbucks at your campsite.
Everybody had. We all wore the cowboy boots,
Right,
the
sure,
bird coats.
everybody did. We wore the hip huggers and the hip
Aw,
huggers.
good times.
So our first hike is called Bear Cave Hike. It's not too long, it's a couple miles, but the view every step of the way is incredible.
Oh, here we go. And if you get there early, there's not too many spots. You get to park where we just showed you up by the restrooms. But if you don't, you have to walk from the campsite, and it's about a mile. So you add another mile to your hike. This is what you start with.
You know, like a lot of places like this, most of this was created due to volcanic eruptions millions of years ago. Everything's millions of years ago, but
You know how old these from old rocks?
besides that, it's just cool. It's super cool.
Super pretty. The moss on the rocks.
Yeah, but let's not have asphalt, honey.
Yeah,
How long ago was that?
I don't know. Hey,
Oh, gosh. That is so beautiful.
It was
Oh.
really this vivid. The colors that you're seeing
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
It was really like 3D.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Oh, it's waiting.
I mean,
Cheryl's getting brave.
we're-
Get back. Step back. We trip a lot. Oh. Oh. Here's the first little cave. There we go. Climbing up.
these caves that we're going to are basically a accumulation of giant boulders that have fallen in a way that created caves that you
Right.
can go through, and there's waterfalls in there, and
Above ground caves, I
Yeah.
guess they call them.
but first you have to go up high, and this is where we are here. This is if you look down, it's pretty high, it's pretty slippery, and pretty epic.
It was just amazing. Just an hour out of San Jose.
Yeah, that's the beauty of it. It does give you a nice place to go to without driving for 10 hours. Cheryl's enjoying a cup of coffee.
I am.
Tell.
Sorry. Always have to have my coffee. Oh, this is so much fun.
Okay, now filming in here is always a challenge because it's super dark, and then you get into some sketchy places where you have to crawl on your hands and knees or other tight areas. So it's kind of hard to hold a camera and hold your balance and not fall.
Note to self, easy on the jackets. Could have left one behind. So much fun. Oh.
See, this
Oh,
one?
this was coming
Squeezing,
down.
just squeezing between rocks.
Easy between rocks.
That's always, you always know how much breakfast you have when you go down these places.
Oh, it was so cool. And so you are pretty hot by the time you get to this point on the trail, so the coolness of the cave was very much welcome.
Yeah, it's pretty spectacular.
Oh, walking through some water.
Now the water levels here can vary quite a bit from being able to walk out without any problem to sometimes you're up to your knees in water. So it's that's why we went early, because we wanted to enjoy all the water features that this park had, versus going in July or August when everything's pretty dried up and it's really hot.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't suggest it even then.
Yeah.
There was apparently a ladybug migration going on, just all covering the rocks. It was quite interesting.
It's so weird. I can't figure out why they're all gathered. It must be some kind of mating thing, or
I think it was because they're staying warm.
actually we're getting ready for our second day of hiking. We're going up to the Balconies caves. This is about a 5-mile hike with some up and down.
A lot of up and down.
Definitely had its challenges. The weather was super good that day. It was like all the clouds disappeared, gave us some warm weather.
Mm-hmm.
And now you get a whole different look at the park. You see more of the pinnacles.
Yep, this is a different entrance.
Yep. These things are incredible.
Mm-hmm.
But like again, when you're driving down the freeway and you see the sign for Pinnacles National Park, you have no idea this is back here. Even when you pull into the park, you don't see this until you start hiking. And then the deeper you go in, the more beautiful it gets. It's really unique.
Both hikes are equally as fun. This one was a little more strenuous.
Yes, definitely. And this in 1908, Theodore Roosevelt designated the Pinnacles as a national monument, and in 2013 it was redesignated as a national park. It is small. It's not the smallest, but it's pretty close. But again, for a 2-hour drive out of the Bay Area, it's a great place to go. It's a great place to just kind of go and unwind and be close to nature without having to drive super far to the Sierras or places like that.
And one of the good things is we got a camping spot pretty late notice, actually. And the reason why is that there are hundreds of day use people that come in. They park at the campground and then they walk all the way into it. So it's it can get pretty crowded. Just go early.
Yeah, it's close to San Jose, so a lot of those people come out here just for get a camping spot during the week. You'll have your pick, and it's very, very quiet and nice, and so I recommend that. But if you can go on the weekend, just get there early. And
8-9 early.
Yeah, you'll like it. This is the walk into the cave. So we're getting pretty close to the cave here. And
oh God, Jesus.
We have our challenges.
I didn't want to talk. We got here.
Cheryl had to jump over a 12-inch rock there. It was a little rough.
Good job.
She's getting a little tuckered here.
Yep, I'm getting there. Oh, here we go.
Right, walk home.
Yeah, it's just wading through these giant boulders.
Used to having that whole other snap.
Stepping over.
There's the entrance right there.
There it is.
Now, Cheryl whacked her foot earlier, and she's really struggling to walk, so she sat out this portion of the hike. And so we went in a little bit, but I was kind of concerned on getting her back, so we didn't go too far into this tunnel. But we did have a look at it. It's pretty cool.
I'm going back. I want to go all the way in.
Yeah, we'll go back another day and get through it, but this day
I jammed my toe. I slid over a rock and jammed my toenail up into my toe.
yeah. Well, I think you guys would enjoy coming to this park, and thanks for watching.
Until next time.